curtain slow. Cup of something warm beside the radio. Street outside is quiet, almost empty. Just the buses running and the clouds go low. I don't need a reason to be here. No big plans, no names I have to know. Just the dust and light, the steam above the table. Breathing in, breathing out, taking it slow. There's a jacket folded on the chair, phone face down. No rush to check it, no. Window crack, the city sounds are softer. Every sound arrives, then lets me go. I remember someone saying stay a minute, so I'm staying, letting minutes flow. Watching how the shadows find the ceiling, letting all the small things come and show. Nothing's pulling at me, nothing's asking me to run. Just this room, just this hour, just a sentence left undone. I'll hold the quiet gently, let it sit inside my lungs. Quiet, almost empty, and I'm wide awake. Quiet, almost empty, in this room to take all the weight I carried. I'm allowed to set it down in a quiet, almost empty little piece of town. Quiet, almost empty, just the light, the sound. Quiet, almost empty, and I'm homeward bound. I can hear the neighbors through the wall. Someone laughs, someone closes up a door. I don't envy them, they're loud arriving. I'm content to be behind my own. There's a notebook, open pen beside it. I might write one line or maybe more. Maybe just a date, maybe just a circle, maybe nothing, and that's what it's for. Let the afternoon go gray and golden. Let the streetlights line my window pane. I'm not waiting for a sign to tell me I'm already here. I'm not in pain. There are years that felt like holding tension. There are years I cannot even name. This one asks for nothing, gives me something, just a steady, ordinary flame. Quiet, almost empty, and my hands are still quiet. Almost empty by my own free will. I could feel the silence, but I'm letting it be full in a quiet, almost empty room where I can pull the covers up a little and just breathe until the quiet, almost empty evening comes to spill. Light across the table, steam begins to fade. Nothing left to fix now, nothing left to trade. Just the room, just the breathing, just the song I played. Quiet, almost empty now. Quiet, almost empty now. Quiet, almost empty now. Morning came in slow across the kitchen floor. Cup of tea still warm beside the open door. I don't need a reason, I don't need a sound, just the way the light is falling down. Counting little shadows on the wall again. Breathing like a train that doesn't know when. T-shirt wrinkled, playlist halfway through. Nothing left to fix, nothing left to do. Watch a stranger's taxi turning down the lane. Quiet, almost empty, quiet in the frame. Linen curtain moving like a slow exhale. I keep my hands in pockets when I walk the trail. City feels like watercolor left to dry. Soft enough to watch, too soft to wonder why. Neon from the corner bleeding through the rain. Every single letter spelling out your name. But I'm not in a hurry, I'm not in a phase. Just a body learning how to stay. Counting little echoes in the hallway light. Quiet, almost empty, quiet feels alright. If the room is listening, let it hear me breathe. Let it hold the moment that I couldn't leave. There's no need to whisper, there's no need to shout. Just a hand on the table, figuring it out. So stay, stay a little longer. Watch the street go soft outside. Stay, stay a little longer. Let the day go easy, let it ride. We don't have to name it, we don't have to hold it down. Just be quiet, almost almost empty, quiet, almost empty now. Pages of a book I'll probably never read. Fingertips still dusty from an older dream. I trace the pencil lines I left in school. Simple little drawings, simple little rules. Pavements wet, the neighbors all asleep. Even my reflection learned to softly keep humming something, borrow something I'll forget. The kind of song you keep inside your chest. Lighter than a question, softer than a vow. Quiet, almost empty, quiet for now. If the morning folds itself in half again, if the coffee cools before I take a sip, if the radio plays only static wind, I'll still be here, I'll still begin. Let the breath become the only drum we keep. Let the breath become the only thing we need. A small apartment glowing like a slow ember. Remember, just remember. So stay, stay a little longer. Watch the street go soft outside. Soft outside. Stay, stay a little longer. Let the day go easy, let it ride. We don't have to name it, we don't have to hold it down. Just be quiet, almost empty, quiet, almost empty now. Just be quiet, almost empty now. Almost empty now. Cup of tea still warm beside the door. Lights still falling. Lights still falling slow. Quiet, almost empty, quiet, almost empty, quiet, almost empty now. The window leans a little open, letting in the street. A teacup sits on the table where you left it last. I watch the steam make circles slow enough to keep. No hurry in this room now, no replay of the past. The light comes through the curtain in a soft uneven line. It finds the edge of paper and the corner of a chair. I let my shoulders settle, let my breath begin to rhyme with the small companion sounds that meet me everywhere. Outside the cars are quieter, the city sheds its weight. A neighbor drags a suitcase down the hallway floor. I pull my sleeves a little closer, pour a second cup to wait and listen for the small things I've been hurrying past before. There's a hum inside the radiator, a tap that drips in time, a curtain breathing softly as the evening takes its turn. I trace the rim of what I'm thinking, edge of an unfinished rhyme, and feel the room around me like a code I'm learning. I'm not asking for a reason, not chasing any sign. I'm learning how to be here, I'm learning how to stay. Just letting all the small things arrive on their own time, and carrying the quiet through another ordinary day. Quiet, almost empty, quiet, quiet, almost empty. The world is soft and slow around me, nothing left to prove. Quiet, almost empty, quiet, quiet, almost empty. There's room enough for breathing here, and room enough for you. The streetlight flickers on now in a tired orange glow. A dog barks 2 blocks over, then decides to stop. The hallway clock keeps moving with the patience I don't know. I press my palm against the wall and feel it hum and drop. My phone is somewhere charging, turn to face the wood. I haven't checked the message, I haven't checked the news. There's a kind of truth in doing nothing, and it does me good to sit here with the nothing and just let it be the muse. If I could name this moment, I would call it clear. A window, a half-filled thought, a kettle starting low. If love is anywhere at all, I think it lives right here. Inside the way I'm sitting, inside the way I know I'm not above the feeling, and I'm not beneath it either. I'm just another body in a room becoming still. I'm letting go of reaching, letting go of either or, and meeting what is present with an ordinary will. Quiet, almost empty, quiet, quiet, almost empty. The world is soft and slow around me, nothing left to prove. Quiet, quiet, almost empty. soft, the teacups going cold. Quiet, almost empty, and I'm learning how to hold. The teacup's going colder now. Quiet, almost empty. My hand is resting by the door, like he's waiting for no one. The street outside has gone so soft, even the sirens feel far away. I trace the rim of what I left and watch the hours rearrange. There's no one calling, no one texting, just the hum beneath the lamp. I light another candle slowly. The wax falls like it has all day. My reflection's barely there in the glass, just a shape that's learned to stay. The book is open on my lap, same line I've been reading twice. I'm not bored, I'm not distracted, I'm just letting time be kind. The shadows shift along the wall, a slow parade of who knows what. And I don't need to be anywhere, I don't need to prove I'm still here. The room is breathing, I can hear it, a rhythm I've been holding near. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost empty. The cup, the light, the open door. Quiet, almost empty. I'm sitting in the hush of it. Quiet, almost empty. No rushing, no resisting, just the way the evening pours. Quiet, almost empty, and that's enough, and that's enough, and that's enough, and that's enough. The cat is sleeping on the rug, her paws tucked underneath her chin. I wonder what she's dreaming of. Probably nothing, probably just warm. My phone is face down on the desk, I forgot to check it twice. There's a kind of grace in not knowing what the world is doing tonight. The neighbors' lights begin to dim, one by one they say goodnight. I used to fill the quiet up with music, voices, anything, but lately I've been letting it just sit with me and breathe. There's a wisdom in the slowing down, truth I almost missed. The cup will cool, the night will come, and I will still be held by this. So I'll stay here a little longer, let the silence be the gift. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost empty. The cup, the light, the open door. Quiet, almost empty. I'm sitting in the hush of it. Quiet, almost empty. No rushing, no resisting, just the way the evening pours. Quiet, almost empty, and that's enough, and that's enough for me. And that's enough, that's enough for me. The candle's burning lower now, the wax has found its rest. I blow it out, the room goes dark, but somehow I'm still blessed. Quiet, just my breath, just the night. Quiet, almost empty. Good night. Morning comes in slow, the curtains barely part. A stripe of ghosts is quiet on the kitchen floor. Coffee in a cup I haven't even touched yet. Steam still curling like it don't know what for. I check my phone, no rush, just the time it shows. Outside the window, the street's gone soft and gray. Neighbors' lights still on, but no one's home it seems. Just me, just the hum, just the start of day. I walk around the room in socks that barely grip. Past the couch, the table, the chair pushed back. Everything is right where I remember leaving it, like the night just paused and didn't take. I open up the window, let the air come in. It carries someone's radio, a song I know. I don't sing along, just let it float a while, then close it back and watch the curtains blow. It's not that I'm alone, it's more that I'm at rest. It's not that it's too quiet, it's that the quiet's best. The refrigerator hums a low and steady line. I let it be the only thing I need to find. Quiet, almost empty, and I'm finally fine. Just the cup, just the light, just the hands of mine. Quiet, almost empty, nothing left to prove. Just the breath, just the room, just the things I move. I'm holding nothing still, just the calm here and now. I'll make the bed the way my mother used to do. Tuck the corners in, smooth out the crease. A small, ordinary, almost holy thing to do before I let the morning leave. I write a list inside my head of what I'll do today, but don't pick up a pen, it doesn't feel the same. I let the list dissolve before it turns to weight, and wander back to watching window games. If someone knocked right now, I'd smile and let them in, but no one's at the door, and that's okay. The cat still sleeps, the clock still ticks the same. The house still knows me in the soft, slow way. I think about the people I am lucky to, and then I let the thinking float away. The silence isn't lonely, it's a room I made with room enough to breathe and room to stay. Quiet, almost empty, and I'm finally fine. Just the cup, just the light, just the hands of mine. Quiet, almost empty, nothing left to prove. Just the breath, just the room, just the things I move. I'm not waiting for a signal, not waiting for a sound. Just the warm sub bass, just the love I found. Quiet, almost empty, but it's full somehow. Just the still, just the calm here and now. Just the breath, just the room, just the light. Quiet, almost empty, letting go of holding tight. Quiet, almost empty, fading with the morning slow. Quiet, almost empty, nowhere else I need to go. Good night, good night. Morning comes in through the curtain, slow. The street below is hushed and barely shows a sign of life. Steam is rising from a cup I left to cool last night. I let it sit there, don't mind if it goes cold. Phone stays face down on the table where it's been. No new messages and I'm not checking again. The room is wide and patient, taking in the light. Just one more hour before the world gets loud tonight. I pull a sweater on and step out to the hall. The elevator hums but no one seems to come at all. Through the window of the lobby, watch a taxi pass. The city looks off the edge, photographed through glass. Walk back to the kitchen, water on the stove, count the tiles above it slowly as I move, small and quiet, kinda doing nothing much today, but it lands somewhere inside me in a steady kind of way. No big revelations, no fire in the chest, just to kinda settle in, like I finally get to rest. Holding on to nothing, letting the day unfurl. I'm a room with open windows, I can breathe inside this world. Quiet, almost empty, nowhere else to be. Just the light across the floor, finding you and me. Slow the room down further, let the minutes go. A cup, a chair, a piece of sky, slow and steady flow. Quiet, almost empty, soft as breath on glass. Learning how to love the hours that don't ask for more. Learning how to love the hours that don't ask for more. Learning how to love the hours that don't ask for more. There's a playlist running low beneath the noise of fans. A piano line repeats itself the way an old friend can. Outside a kid is dragging home a plastic chair. The streetlight by my window turns the linens pink out there. I watch the shadow drift, I don't reach for my phone. Just the sound of my own breathing and the pat of rain alone. It feels like being nowhere and like being home at once. Like the floor beneath my feet knows how I want it once. If I stay right here a minute, will the morning let me be? Can I hold this small and honest weight and just let it run through me? Nothing needs a name tonight, nothing needs to prove. Just the hum of something steady, just the quiet groove. Just the hum of something steady, just the quiet groove. Quiet, almost empty, nowhere else to be. Just the light across the floor, finding you and me. Slow the room down further, let the minutes go. A cup, a chair, a piece of sky, a slow and steady flow. Quiet, almost empty, soft as breath on glass. Learning how to love the hours that don't ask for more. Learning how to love the hours. Learning how to love the hours. Quiet, almost empty, soft as breath on glass. Quiet, quiet, almost empty. Just the light, just the keeps the morning in its frame. I let it sit, I don't reach out to change. The kettle clicks, the steam is slow to rise. A small white curl dissolving in the light. My coffee cup has got a chip blue ring. I keep it there, it doesn't mean a thing. The street outside is softer than before. The city's breathing low against the door. I trace the wood where someone left a stain. The grain goes back, I don't recall the name. My shoes are by the wall where I stepped in. The dust has found the corners once again. A book is open face down on the page. I'm not in any kind of rush to turn. The quiet knows my shape, my commonplace. It doesn't ask me for a new concern. Let the day arrive slow, let the room stay low. Let the hours go where the soft things go. Quiet, 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 almost empty. Just the sound of rain. Quiet, 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 almost empty. Every single thing restrained. Just a room, just a rhythm, just the breath I take. Just the light, just the chair, just the hours. Quiet, 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 almost empty. Nowhere else I need to be. Nowhere else I need to be. Nowhere else, nowhere else. A neighbor walks, her keys are in her hand. She doesn't look, she doesn't have to plan. The hallway hums a low electric tone. The kind of sound that makes you feel alone, but not alone. Just settled in your skin. The small familiar weight of being in. I scroll my phone, the screen lights up my face. I put it down, return to my own space. The traffic light is blinking down the block. A red, a green, a red, it doesn't stop. I'm watching it the way you watch a fire. Not needing it to move, not requiring. The pillow still remembers where I sat. The blanket holds the shape of where I sat. I close my eyes, the room continues on. The same quiet, almost empty song. Quiet, 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 almost empty. Just the sound of rain. Quiet, 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 almost empty. Every single thing restrained. Just a room, just a rhythm, just the breath I take. Just the light, just the chair, just the hours. Quiet, 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 almost empty. Nowhere else I need to be. Nowhere else I need to be. Nowhere else, nowhere else. Just the light, just the chair, just the breath, just the air. Quiet, quiet, almost empty. Nowhere else I need to be. Nowhere else. Nowhere else, nowhere else, nowhere else. Quiet, 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 almost empty. Nowhere else I need to be. Nowhere else. Morning light across the kitchen floor. The radio is on, but I don't hear it anymore. Just the sound of water filling up the sink. Watching now the tiny bubbles rise and link. My tea is cool, my hands are warm and still. Half a thought, I have a song, a window on the hill. The clock keeps moving, but the room feels slow. Nothing left to fix, nothing left to know. I take my walk down the avenue at noon. The city breeze a softer kind of tune. A man is sleeping on the bench, his jacket curled. A cat is watching from the steps like another world. The bakery door swings open with a sigh. Someone hums a tune that sounds a little like mine. I let my shoulders drop, I let the sidewalk lead, following the shadow that I didn't need. There's a quiet I can trust, not the empty kind, but the one that hushes us like a room that's been prepared, like a note that someone left for me there. Quiet, almost empty, but the kind of empty that is full, slow. Almost nothing, but the kind of nothing that is cool. I don't need the noise to feel I'm here. I don't need the rush to feel I'm near. Just the hum, just the hum, just the hum, just the hum. Somehow I'm where I belong. Evening pulls the streetlights into song. A taxi passes slow, then it is gone. I sit out on the balcony with my sleeves pushed up, counting how the skyline starts to suck. A neighbor's window glows with TV blue. I can hear the children's laughter fading through. The air is thick with summer's last long breath. I lean into the silence like it's better than a friend. I used to chase the louder kind of proof that I was seen, proof that I had room. Now I measure all the small and sacred things, the way the kettle sings, the way the curtain swings. Maybe love is just a slower way to be, a way of letting go of what should not be near. I hold my hand out, feel the evening drift, and the quiet answers back, a soft and easy gift. Quiet, almost empty, but the kind of empty that is full, slow. Almost nothing, but the kind of nothing that is cool. I don't need the noise to feel I'm here. I don't need the rush to feel I'm near. Just the hum, just the hum, just the hum, just the hum. Somehow I'm where I belong. Somehow I'm where I belong. Somehow I'm where I belong. Somehow the lamp is low, the page is bare, but there's no need to write it down, no need to write it down. Just breathe, just breathe. The kettle clicks off in the kitchen, steam curls up slow against the tile. I watch it from the doorway drifting, not thinking much, just standing still. The window light is moving with me. It finds my hands, it finds the floor, and every shadow keeps a soft pace, like it's not in any kind of rush anymore. There's a pen I left by the sink, a glass I keep forgetting to lift. The room still smells like rain on cotton, even though the sun has drifted in. I trace a line along the table where somebody's elbow left a ring, and I let the small things be enough now. Let the quiet be the kind of thing I keep. If a thought arrives, I let it land. If it leaves, I won't chase it home. I have learned the shape of patience, I have made the slower pace my own. And the street below is gone, all gentle like the city took a long, slow breath. Stay with me in the hush of the room. Stay with me where the stillness can breathe. Nothing here needs to prove it is here. Nothing here has to move to be seen. When the night pulls the curtain in half, we can sit where the lamp keeps us warm. Quiet, almost empty, almost free. Quiet, almost empty is where I wanna be. I hear the neighbor turning a page. A car rounds the corner with no hurry. A dog across the alley sighs once, and the stairs settle into the wood. I wanna learn how little it takes to feel like I have arrived somewhere. A chair, a window, breath, a body, a simple song to hum into the air. Take the evening as it offers, take the hour without a name. I am lighter now than this morning, I am quieter than I was yesterday. And if tomorrow asks me what I did, I'll say I let the minutes pass through me. I'll say I didn't look for anything. I'll say I stayed exactly where I was, and that was enough, that was enough, that was enough. Stay with me in the hush of the room. Stay with me where the stillness can breathe. Nothing here needs to prove it is here. Nothing here has to move to be seen. When the night pulls the curtain in half, we can sit where the lamp keeps us warm. Quiet, almost empty, almost whole. Quiet, almost empty is all I wanna hold. Just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just breathe, just stay. The morning will arrive without us. The morning knows the way. kettle clicks off in a room I know too well. Steam curling up like a question no one will tell. My phone face down, the stream finally at rest. Even the traffic outside sounds like it's catching its breath. I trace the wood grain, a slow impatient line, watching the dust turn gold in the slanted sunshine. The chair beside me still holds the shape of you, soft as a sentence I never got to say through. There's a sweater thrown over the back of a chair. It still smells like rain in the coffee we used to share. I don't reach for it, I just let it be there. A small quiet thing that doesn't need repair. The window is open, her hands with the most, enough to let in the hush, enough to feel close to the version of me that forgets to perform, to the one who just breathes, who just walks out the door. And nothing is heavy right now, nothing is loud. I'm letting the ordinary unfold without a sound. The cup on the table, the light on the floor. The street is gone soft and I'm finally home. Quiet, almost empty, but I'm breathing in the room. The morning has arrived and there's space enough for two. Quiet, almost empty, and I'm learning to be still. Let the air move through me, let the moment fill. I'm not searching for a reason, I'm not asking for a sign. Just a breath in the window and the slow turning of time. I walk to the corner where the bakery hums low, past a mural of someone I used to know. She waves through the paint, just a brushstroke of blue. And the city feels gentle, the city feels true. My keys in my pocket make a small steady sound, like a metronome pacing the slow part of town. And I think of the years that just quietly passed, not as a weight now, just a thing that was vast. Maybe love is this soft accumulation of all the small hours I didn't name. Maybe peace is just patient observation of light that keeps shifting and no one to blame. So I sit with my hands open, just feeling the air, with the coffee gone cold and no reason to care that anything's missing or anything's gone. This room is enough and the silence is on. Quiet, almost empty, but I'm breathing in the room. The morning has arrived and there's space enough for two. Quiet, almost empty, and I'm learning to let go of the rush and the reaching for the soft undertow. I'm not feeling the silence, I'm not pushing it down. Just a breath in the window and the sun on the ground. Just breathe, just stay. The morning will arrive without us, the morning knows the way. Just breathe, just stay. The morning knows the way, the morning knows the way. The light slipped in a little slow today, like it was checking if I was awake. My coffee sits, the steam just barely curls. A cup, a table, ordinary world. I let the quiet hold the empty chair. No need to feel the silence in the air. My hands are folded, I am not in a rush. The window holds the whole street in a hush. The cars outside are moving but they fade, like someone left a song that slowly plays. I trace the rim of the cup with one slow thumb. The morning hasn't told me where I'm from. I only know the floorboards feel this warm, the kind of peace that doesn't ask to form. My shoulders drop before I even knew the room was already breathing me back through. So let the minutes move the way they move. There's nothing I am trying now to prove. I feel my chest, I feel the small in breath, a small unwritten line on a small warm page. I stay, I stay. Quiet, almost empty, but not alone. A street that has gone soft, a quiet home. I breathe, I let the daylight settle slow. I let the morning know the way I go. Quiet, almost empty, and that's enough. The ordinary made of gentle stuff. I this curtain moved across the light, a small familiar shadow daily, right? I think of all the cups I've held this year, and all the times I let the world draw near. There's nothing wrong with an unhurried room, with walls that hold a softer kind of bloom. The afternoon arrives without a knock, I greet it like an old familiar thought. If love is here, it's in the chair I chose, in the pen I placed beside the common prose. In the slow blink I gave the passing day, I didn't run, I didn't turn away. The street, the light, the cup, the open door. I don't need more, I don't ask more. I breathe the ordinary, and it holds quiet, almost empty, warm and slow. Quiet, almost empty, but not alone. A street that is gone soft, a quiet home. I breathe, I let the daylight settle slow, I let the morning know the way I go. Quiet, almost empty, and that's enough. The ordinary made of gentle stuff. I breathe, I let the daylight settle low. The morning knows the way, the morning knows the way. The morning knows the way. Just breathe, just stay. The morning knows the way. The morning knows the way. Just breathe, just stay. The morning knows the way. The morning knows the way. I let the curtains hold the weight. A cup sits cooling by the window pane. Steam is folded into nothing, and I am learning how to do the same. Just breathing in the same slow room, where nothing asks me for a name. The street outside is soft with early heat. A neighbor walks a dog that knows the route. The sidewalk keeps a memory of feet, but mine stay planted near the chair. I watch a single leaf give up and leave, and feel the quiet ask me to be there. So let the hours stretch and thin, let the clock forget to count. I am not waiting to begin, I am just here, just here, just here. Let the hours stretch and thin, there is no rush inside this house. Quiet, almost empty, just the light falling where it wants to fall. Quiet, almost empty, holding tight to nothing, and that is all. Quiet, almost empty, breathe me slow, the room knows what I know. Quiet, almost empty, let it show. Quiet, almost empty, and that is all. My phone is somewhere underneath the book. Its screen has learned to live without my face. I trace a circle on the wooden table, wondering if I left a mark. The cat is folded in a small shape, and every line I do not write becomes a kind of gentle dark. I am not lonely in the ordinary way. I am just sitting with the day, letting it arrive without a question, letting it stay without a reason. If the world is soft, I will be soft too. If the world is slow, then I am slow, learning how to let a quiet moment be the only place I have to go. Quiet, almost empty, just the light falling where it wants to fall. Quiet, almost empty, holding tight to nothing, and that is all. Quiet, almost empty, breathe me slow, the room knows what I know. Quiet, almost empty, let it show. Quiet, almost empty, let it glow. Quiet, almost empty, and that is all. The way I breathe, I stay. The morning knows the way, it knows knows the way. It knows the way. It knows. The morning knows the way. Light laying soft across the floor. A cup is sitting where I left it. Steam is gone, but it's still warm. I watch the dust move slow. The room remembers what I don't. A single car goes down the street. The city learns to be so quiet. I pull my sleeves down to my wrist. The air is cool against my hands. Outside the window, nothing rushes. Even the trees look like they breathe. I trace a circle on the table, a small one, just to feel the wood. My phone is face down on the couch. The world can wait until it wants to. I am not in a hurry now, not chasing any kind of sound. Just letting minutes take their time, like they always meant to do. My shoulders find the chair again. My breath comes easy in and out. Stay a little longer here, where the light is soft and low. Stay a little longer here, I don't need to know. Stay a little longer here. The morning knows the way, knows the way, it knows the way. We don't have to leave today. A neighbor walks a dog past slow. He stops to smell the same old post-op. I pour the second cup of coffee, let the silence fill the room. There's nothing broken that I'm fixing, nothing missing that I need. Just this window, just this hour, just the way the shadows leave. If you're tired, lay your head down. The ceiling's not going anywhere. If you're thinking too many things, let them walk on out the door. I am here, I am not leaving, I am here, I am not going. The morning knows the way. The morning knows the way. Stay a little longer here, where the light is soft and low. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer here, I don't need to know. Stay a little longer here. The morning knows the way, knows the way, knows the way. We don't have to leave today. Stay, 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 stay a little longer here. Just a little longer, love. The room is quiet, almost empty, and that's more than enough. The morning knows the way. Knows the way. Stay a little longer here. 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 Stay. The kettle clicked off and the room got still. Steam curling up, went past the windowsill. I didn't move to pour, just watched it climb. 2 cups on the table, one unused with time. The street below is soft, no voices now. A bicycle leans against the wall somehow. I trace the rim of what I'm holding near. Just warm ceramic, nothing else to hear. My jacket's hanging loose behind the door. The chair beside me empty on the floor. I let my fingers rest against the grain. A little rough, a little worn by rain. The fridge hums low in the next room over. The kind of sound that pulls you back to sober. A single car goes by and disappears. Then all that's left is me and what appears. So I will sit a moment more, watch the light move slow across the floor. Nothing left to fix, nothing left to do. Just a small room, this ordinary view. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer. Stay a little longer here. The night is soft, the street is bare. Stay a little longer here. I don't need the world to know where the quiet comes to go. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer here. Let the breathing be enough. silence feel like love. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer here. Stay. I washed the cup and set it on the rack. A ring of water left and nothing back. The mirror shows a face I recognize. A little tired, peaceful in the eyes. I closed the book I haven't really read. Just felt the weight, the pages in my hand instead. A clock is ticking somewhere out of sight. Measuring nothing but it sounds just right. I am not waiting for a sign. I am not looking for a line between the day and what comes next. Between my breath and someone else's text. The lamp is warm, the curtain half drawn. The city hums its slow and gentle song. And if nobody calls, I'll be alright. I'll turn the volume down tonight. Stay a little longer here. 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 The night is soft, the street is bare. Stay a little longer here. I don't need the world to know where the quiet comes to go. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer here. Let the breathing be enough. Let the silence feel like love. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer. Stay a little longer. Stay a little longer here. Stay a little longer here. The window light is slowly fading out. A shadow grows, the lamp begins to doubt. I pull the blanket closer to my chest and let the day unwind into rest. The cup is dry, the kettle cold and clear. Stay a little longer here. Stay. The morning comes in slowly through the curtain. A line of light that's resting on the floor. I don't reach for the phone, I don't move urgent. Just let the quiet settle where it poured. The kettle's cool, the window's still half open. A breath the street is drifting through the room. No need to name the feeling, no false hoping. Just this pale gold hour beginning soon. I count the dust, the small motes turning gently. A book is open where I left it last. The pages hold a thought I held too intensely. Now lighter like a leaf, the wind has passed. Outside the cars are moving without hurry. A distant break, a softer hum of tires. The city's wearing something close to mercy. The kind of hush that comes from shared desires. I notice now the neighbor's curtain glowing. A shape behind the glass, a cup raised slow. We don't speak but there's a way of knowing that both our mornings take this gentle flow. My tea is cold but I keep holding it. The warmth of yesterday still in my hand. Some moments offer finishing, just sitting. A quiet weight I'm happy to understand. And I don't need a reason to be resting. I don't need the day to ask me why. This breath is enough, this room is testing of how little I need to feel alive. Stay a little longer here. Stay where the light is soft and clear. The cup is dry, the kettle cold and still. Stay and let the morning fill. Stay a little longer near the window where the street goes calm. Stay, I'm whispering calm. Stay. I trace the rim of something I once hurried. A moment that I almost walked away from. Now it sits with me, no need to worry. Just tea gone cold, a slow and gentle hum. The neighbor's gone, but the curtain still is glowing. The street has learned to move without demand. There's something in this room that keeps on knowing. The shape of peace I almost couldn't stand. I picked the book back up, I read a sentence. I let the words arrive without a push. My life is not a race, it's not a sentence. It's morning, and the morning is enough. If you are listening, You don't have to answer. If you are tired, let the tired be the light. We'll keep its quiet romance, so the street will hold its softest symmetry. I am not waiting for a revelation. I am not chasing any bell to ring. Just a small room, this pale illumination. Just a slow breath, this unhurried thing. Stay a little longer here. Stay where the light is soft and clear. The cup is dry, the kettle cold, and still stay and let the morning fill. Stay a little longer near. Stay the window where the street goes calm. Stay, I'm only asking calm. Stay, I'm only asking calm. Stay. The line of light has traveled past the table. A different hour now is resting here. I close the book, I think I'm finally stable. Stay a little longer, stay near. Stay near. The kettle clicks off and I let it stand, waiting for the sound to settle in my hand. The window holds a strip of afternoon, long enough to read the whole room. A car goes past, then nothing on the street, just a tick of cooling metal, soft and slow heat. I find my place beside the kitchen chair and watch a single thread of light repair. The dishes from this morning lean against the wall. A pen, a bill, a list I didn't call. My shoes are kicked off near the back door frame. The floor is cool, I know each board by name. The radio is whispering without a song, a weather report for somewhere I don't belong. I let the words arrive and let them go. The way the curtains move, the way I know. So much quieter than it used to be. So much easier to simply let things be. Noticing the dust turn slowly in the sun, counting all the small things I've begun. Stay a little longer, stay near. Stay a little longer, stay near. Stay a little longer, I am right here. Stay a little longer, watch the light pour through. Stay a little longer, there's no rush to do anything but breathe, anything but be, anything but sit here quietly with me. Stay a little longer, let the evening lean. Stay a little longer, stay a little longer. The neighbor's cat appears along the fence, a daily circuit, never in a tense. It stops, it stares, it blinks into the cream. The smallest ritual that I have ever seen. My tea has gone from warm to cool again. I drink it anyway, I don't know when. The fridge begins its small and honest hum, a sound that says the day is almost done. I think of all the things I could have said. I let them dissolve and sink back to the bed. A version of myself more carefully arranged, a version braver or perhaps just estranged. And then I set that thought back on the shelf beside the quiet books I keep for myself, and turn my face toward the window one more time, and let the ordinary be the only rhyme. Stay a little longer, stay near. Stay a little longer, stay near. Stay a little longer, I am right here. Stay a little longer, watch the light pour through. Stay a little longer, there's no rush to do anything but breathe, anything but be, anything but sit here quietly with me. Stay a little longer, let the evening lean. Stay. Kettle clicks off, the steam climbs slow. My cup is sitting where I left it hours ago. A curtain moves a thin line of light, crosses the floor like a friendly hello. I don't need to chase it, I let it land. Watching the dust turn gold in a window pane. Nothing is urgent, nothing demands, just the soft hum of the room and a steady refrain. Outside, the city wears a tired coat. Headlights blur like watercolors on a wet street road. I count my breaths as if they were coins, dropping them gently into a pocket I chose. The chair is warm from where I have been. The book is open to a page I never read. I touch the corner, I trace the line, letting the sentence rest instead of being led. So if the morning asks me what I did today, I will say I learned the shape of staying. I will say I sat and let the silence stay. I will say I heard my own heart playing. Quiet, almost empty, but I am full. Soft as a sweater on the skin that knows the cold. Slowly, slowly let the evening come. I will keep my window open to the dark. Quiet, almost empty, but I am here, breathing like a tide that doesn't need a shore. Nothing left to carry, nothing left to fix, just the weight of a day I don't keep score. A neighbor's dog barks once and then forgets. The fridge agrees with the low electric sigh. I fold the towel into a careful square, place it beside me like a promise I won't deny. The tap inside the speaker hums a grain. A voice I half remember drifts across the room. She sings about a river, I hum her refrain. We are both just passing through the same soft blue. If love is only this, a chair, a cup, a glow, then I will learn to love the things I already know. The way the floorboard settles as I cross, the way the night arrives without a sound. I do not need a promise, I do not need a loss. I only need to keep my feet upon the ground. Quiet, almost empty, but I am full. Soft as a sweater on a skin that knows the cold. Slowly, slowly let the morning come. I will keep my window open to the dawn. Quiet, almost empty, but I am here, breathing like a tide that doesn't need a shore. Nothing left to carry, nothing left to fix, just the weight of a day I don't keep score. Breathe in, breathe out, the street is bare. I am still here, I am still here. Stay, the light will dim, the cup will cool, and that is enough, that is enough. I am still here, I am still here. The street outside is gone soft, streetlight turning amber on the cars. My window holds a yellow square, the room remembers where we are. I touch the rim of a coffee cup, I count the rings inside the wood. My shadow keeps the shape of me, still here, still breathing as I should. A car door closes 2 floors down, a slow exhale. No one inside, the radiator clicks a steady tongue. The kettle cools into the night. I write a word and cross it out, then I write a softer word instead. My room is small, the darkest kind. It fits exactly what I said. I don't need the world to turn, I don't need the hour to bend. Just a pause before the question, just the breath that starts again. If the morning comes too soon, let it find me where I land. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost done. Cup of tea, the lamp still on. Nobody, just one. I am not lonely, I am not alone. Quiet, almost empty, and the quiet feels like home. Quiet, let me be half a song, half a window, half of you, half of me. There is a line of dust on the shelf, it draws a map of every day. The fridge hums a low B flat, the heater follows not far away. My phone is face down on the desk, a small surrender to the room. I let the minutes stack like plates, the silence gather like a broom. Maybe peace is just a pattern, the way a curtain moves and stops, the way the carpet holds my footsteps, the way my breathing learns its drops. If I am tired, let me be tired. If I am small, let me be small. I am tired of the bright applause, I want a quiet where I fall. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost done. Cup of tea, the lamp still on, nobody, just one. I am not lonely, I am not alone. Quiet, almost empty, and the quiet feels like home. Quiet, let me be half a song, half a window, half a word, half of me. The light will dim, the cup will cool, the street will fold into the dawn. My hand will rest on the table, my breath will go, my breath will come on. I am still here, I am still here. Quiet, 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 quiet. Quiet was clear. Quiet. The window holds a softer kind of blue, steam still rising from the cup I left. My notebook open, pen turned on inside. The room is warm, the room is wide and slow. I count the way the dust is moving through, I count the way my shoulders start to drop. A car goes past the street, let's go of sound, and nothing here is asking me to prove. My phone is face down, the screen is dark, a jacket blown across the chair I love. The fridge begins its quiet little hum, the faucet drips a rhythm I can hold. I notice how the curtain bends and lifts, I notice that my breathing finds a beat. The floor is cool beneath my bare feet, and every step I take is soft, Let the world be only what it is tonight. Let the ticking clock be gentle on my wall. No more rushing, no more pulling at the light. I will sit here, I will let the minutes fall. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost clear. Holding only what I need, holding only what is near. A small bright window, a cup, a steady hum. I am still here, I am still here. The day is done. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost whole. Slow exhale, letting go. Slow exhale, filling up my soul. No performance, no parade, no reason to appear. Just this room, just this breath, just this quiet, almost clear. The neighbor's light goes off across the way. A moth is tapping near the kitchen door. My playlist ends and does not start again. The silence is a friend I recognize. I trace the wood grain with my fingertip. I watch the streetlight make a long, long line. The evening folds itself into a hush, and every part of me begins to climb. Maybe I have learned a little less. Maybe I can leave the volume down. Maybe love is just a steady breath, a hand that knows the way around the house. I will put the dishes in the sink, I will let the day stay where it is. I am not a question, I am not a debt, I am just a body learning what is calm. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost clear. Holding only what I need, holding only what is near. A small bright window, a cup, a steady hum. I am still here, I am still here. The day is done. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost whole. Slow exhale, letting go. Slow exhale, filling up my soul. No performance, no parade, no reason to appear. Just this room, just this breath, just this quiet, almost clear. Ooh, ooh, the street outside is soft, the street outside is still. My breath will go, my breath will come on. I am still here, I am still here. Quiet, ooh, almost empty. Quiet, ooh, almost gone. Quiet, ooh, almost empty. Quiet, ooh, almost home. Morning on the window, dust still on the windowsill. Coffee getting cold again, I'm losing track of time. Phone face down beside me, no need to check it now. The room is being gentle, the room is being kind. I watch a single shadow move across the wooden floor. It learns the shape of everything, then asks for nothing more. My breath goes in, my breath goes out, a small and steady drum. I don't need a reason to feel quiet where I come from. The street outside is softened, the cars have lost their sound. A neighbor's curtain stirs once and then settles back down. I trace the rim of the table with the tip of my finger. A small unfinished sentence I don't need to remember. There's a kind of freedom in not chasing what comes next. A pause between the asking and the answer that comes next. I fold the towel more carefully than I have ever done. I let the small things mean the small things under the sun. And if you ask me how I am, I'll say the room is warm and dim. I'll say the light is doing what it does. I'll say I'm letting the day begin. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost whole. Holding all the stillness I could ever wanna hold. No, I am not lonely, I am not alone. I am just a window and a softer kind of stone. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost here. Letting go of rushing, letting go of fear. Every breath the doorway, every breath the door. I have been this quiet, I have been this before. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost mine. Learning how to settle, learning how to shine. There's a song the fridge is humming, I have heard it for years. It keeps the milk still cold and it quiets all my fears. The plant on top the bookshelf leans a little toward the glass. I think it's trying to tell me that the morning's gonna last. I write a little list of things I might or might not do. Water the basil, call my mother, read a page or two. I don't cross the small ones out, I let them sit and stay. Some things are just for keeping, not for throwing away. If the world gets louder, I will close the door a bit. I will make a smaller kingdom that the noise can't get in. I will be a low candle in a high and drafty room. I will be the kind of light that doesn't beg the dark to move. I am not disappearing, I'm just a little slow. I'm just a little careful where I let my feelings go. And the quiet isn't empty, if you listen you can hear a small and honest heartbeat getting clearer, getting near. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost whole. Holding all the stillness I could ever wanna hold. No, I am not lonely, I am not alone. I am just a window and a softer kind of stone. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost here. Letting go of rushing, letting go of fear. Every breath a doorway, every breath a door. I have been this quiet, I have been this quiet. Quiet. The window light is shifting low across the floor. A cup of tea is cooling, I don't need it anymore. My shadow stretches slowly till it almost meets the wall. And every single breath I take is barely there at all. The street outside is quiet, just a motor passing by. A neighbor's dog is sleeping underneath a dim gray sky. I count the dust motes float and watch them drift and then go. When nothing here is calling me to move, to change, to know the room is full of nothing. And it's warm and it's okay. A gentle kind of patience settles down and wants to stay. My phone is lying face down, no new words to read. The clock is barely ticking, just a soft and steady bleed. I hear the fridge humming low, a tune I almost know. know. The radiator ticking like a metronome of snow. I pull my sleeves a little closer, feel the cotton on my skin, and think about the people I have loved and taken in. The conversations fold and settle in, soft into the day like laundry in a basket in their own unhurried way. I don't need to solve the evening, don't need to find a line, just here inside the quiet, every edge of mine aligns. So let it be the softest thing, a hush that wraps around the room, a bell that doesn't ring. I'm not lonely, I'm just sitting with the tune of a slow and empty afternoon that doesn't end too soon. Quiet, almost empty, quiet, almost home. Every single window letting go of what it showed. Quiet, almost home. Nothing left to carry, nothing left to hold. Quiet, almost home. Even the silence has a soft and steady glow. Quiet, almost home. The afternoon is gentle and I don't need to know. Quiet, almost home. The afternoon is gentle and I don't need to know. Quiet, almost home. And that's the levee set it race into the small and steady frame of minutes folding into one another like a prayer, with nothing in my pocket but the ordinary air. I am here. Quiet, almost home. I am here. Quiet, almost home. Quiet, almost home. Quiet, almost home. The afterlife is set inside a soft and steady glow. Quiet, almost home. The afternoon is gentle and I don't need to know. Quiet, almost home. I trace the edge of the table with my fingernail, a tiny little rhythm like a very quiet trail. The book beside me is open to a page I've never read, but the words are just a texture for the hours in my head. I think I'll make some coffee, or I think I just might not. Decisions feel like feathers in a kettle in a thought. The light is getting amber now, it's thickening outside, and every little surface seems to widen open wide. I close my eyes for half a second, let the daylight dim, and feel the whole apartment softly settling in. It's not a kind of sadness, it's not a kind of glow. It's somewhere in the middle that I never really know. A room that doesn't ask me for a story or a name, just lets me sit and listen to the small and steady frame of minutes folding into one another like a prayer, with nothing in my pocket but the ordinary air. I am here, I am here, I am quietly here, with nothing pulling on me and nothing that I fear. Quiet, almost empty. Quiet, almost home. 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 Morning finds the windows low, a thin gold line across the floor. Steam curls lazy from my cup, a muted sound from the street below. I don't reach for anything, I just sit and let the quiet in. My shoulders drop a quiet inch, a clock ticks twice and lets me be. The city hum is softer now, a bus exhales around the bend, there's dust caught in the window light, a slow parade that has no end. I trace the rim of what I hold, a circle drawn with patient thumb. The room agrees to hold its breath and I agree to settle some. I don't need it bright, I don't need it new, I don't need it loud, just a simple view, a small and steady thing, a house that's warm and true. I let the minutes pass and I'll remain quiet, almost empty in the softest way. Quiet, almost empty, let me start my day. Quiet, almost empty, all the edges fade. Quiet, almost empty, in the light I've made. Quiet, almost empty when the world slows down. Quiet, almost empty, not a lonely sound, just a room of breath, a rhythm found. Quiet, almost empty, I'm whole and I'm home. A neighbor's footsteps fade away, a door pulled shut without a word. I fold the paper, set it down, content to simply not be heard. The kettle clicks and settles, though a hum that lingers through the wall. I watch the motes, I count the ones that drift and rise and gently fall. I used to chase the louder rooms, the bright and buzzing neon tide, but quiet has a different shape. A hand that softly turns the tide, it fills the cracks I thought were bare. It hums beneath the floorboard, seems there's more of me inside this hush than in my loudest, brightest dreams. Almost empty in the softest way, quiet, almost empty. Let me start my day. Quiet, almost empty. All the edges fade. Quiet, almost empty. In the light I've made. Quiet, almost empty when the world slows down. Quiet, almost empty, not a lonely sound, just a room of breath, a rhythm found. Quiet, almost empty. I'm whole and I'm home. Quiet, almost empty. Let the clock unwind. Quiet, almost empty. Gentle to the rind. Quiet, almost empty. Settled safe and slow. Quiet, almost empty. Where I'm meant to go. Quiet, almost home. The morning light comes sideways through the glass, a single line that moves across the floor. My coffee steams, I haven't taken a sip. The city hums below, it's not loud anymore. A car door shuts somewhere down the block. A dog barks twice, then thinks better of it. My hand rests open on the kitchen table. No rush, no race, no list I have to finish. The plants are leaning toward the window pane. Dust floats slow in the volume of the sun. I count my breaths the way my mother taught me, in for four. Hold gentle, out and done. There's laundry folded in a patient stack, a book turned down on chapter 23. I don't reach for the phone, I let the screen stay black. The room is wide and wide enough for me, so let it be a little softer now. Let the day unspool without a need. I'm not chasing anything I'm missing, just the ordinary, just the small and breathing things. Quiet, almost empty. Room is full of light. Quiet, almost empty. Nothing to